So today, my hair is in honor of the Lady Bunny. Too much? Too late. Praise the Lord, sang. I said praise the Lord, sang. Hey guys, it's your girl Ayesha, and today I am dishing up your All-Stars roundup for week 5. Hopefully you guys have been joining me on this Drag Race All-Stars journey. If not, if you've only just found me just now, that's absolutely fine. I put all of these videos into a playlist so that you can go back and watch the previous weeks if you would like to. If you guys are new to my channel, then hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you will stick around. There is pretty much something for everybody here. So hopefully you'll find something you like in my many videos. And if you do, then yeah, consider sticking around. I don't really want to dilly-dally about it. I just want to get straight into this episode. It was a roasting challenge. And let's just face it, some people just don't know how to roast. Okay, and I'm not even throwing shade because like I'm rubbish at roasting as well. So I'm too nice for that. I'm too sweet to roast anybody. Okay, and some people, they're just not funny. So the whole point of this roast was to just completely and utterly diss the one, the only, the Lady Bunny. Now I have had the pleasure of not only meeting the Lady Bunny herself, okay, but listen out for the claim to fame. I have had the pleasure of lip syncing for Lady Bunny, okay. It was an amazing experience. It was at the Drag Race Work the World tour. It was insane. It was a lip syncing competition and she called me up on stage and I turned it out. And I won. But you know, it was pretty amazing to meet Lady Bunny in the flesh. So I found this even more hilarious because I have a teeny tiny connection with her as well. So yeah, let the roasts begin. So first up, we've got Monet X Change, who I think came out really strong. I love that she had 2 pairs of glasses on and just the way that she removed the sunglasses to then reveal her actual glasses. It was just a very sort of funny moment. It kind of brought the audience together. Everyone all laughed at the same time. Everybody had, you know, like she'd gotten everyone's attention. They were all here for it. I thought that she delivered her jokes really well. She left enough space in between each joke as well for people to actually respond. Lady Bunny herself was actually cracking up in the box. she was like, look at that big old bloated bitch over there in that box. I think that my favourite joke from Monet is when she was saying how when they went on tour together and Lady Bunny was expressing that she wanted to eat a little Mexican, and then she went, poor little Valentina didn't stand a chance. I was like, you are so rude. I love that. I thought that was a really good way to finish. I'm not sure if that's actually how she finished it, but that's where they cut it. And yeah, I thought that was the perfect ending for me. Brilliant. Trinity the Tuck. Girl. Okay, so dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to mourn the loss of Trinity's humour. Sorry, that's rude. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Trinity is a very funny queen. However, she already expressed herself that this was a very difficult challenge for her because there is a big difference between just naturally being a funny person and being able to write comedy. Like, it is hard and either you got it or you ain't, and she ain't got it. The thing is that she kind of already knew that, so she made up for it with ridiculous makeup, which I actually thought was quite funny. But the delivery was just, it just wasn't good. The Viagra joke, like the Viagra joke was too long-winded anyway, but not just that, but like it was the fact that she was stumbling on her words, the whole delivery of it. It just wasn't cool, was it? No. Bless her heart. Like I was cringing for her. I was literally cringing for her. I did feel bad because Trinity usually slays everything, but stand-up comedy. It's just not her thing. I think that my favorite of the night though has got to be Monique. Monique Heart is amazing. She comes on their preacher's outfit. She comes on, she goes, praise the Lord, sing, and everyone's going, praise the Lord. I said, praise the Lord, sing. Praise the Lord. Hey, yeah. She was just like the epitome of like every black preacher. She was just too much. I absolutely loved her whole delivery. I loved her character. The way she started it, she went, hold on, I need to get some glasses. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today with heavy hearts and full indigestion. Like what? Oh, and she's there just like shaking her big old titties everywhere. Sorry, too much. I'm sorry, too much. And that reminds me of that story of Jonah and the whale, and how Jonah is gonna get out of that big beach whale over there. Jonah, can you hear me? Get out! I'm sorry, for me, she won the challenge. Let me take these stupid glasses off. For me, she won the challenge. Like, she was too funny. She was too damn funny. She was original. She was the only one who did a character. She stayed true to the character. She kept it going like all the way. And it was a character that a lot of us could fully relate to. She was brilliant. Praise the Lord, sang. That's how I'm gonna just like answer the door now. When the postman comes, ding dong, praise the Lord, sang. I said, praise the Lord, sang. I'm having too much fun. Sorry, next one. So, Naomi Smalls, well, let's face it, going after Monique is gonna be tough anyway, right? But Naomi, bless her, this wasn't her challenge, was it? It just wasn't her challenge. And it's such a shame because last week I was really rooting for her. I thought she did so well in Jersey Justice. I actually don't think that she got enough praise, to be honest. I thought she did brilliantly in that. She was really funny. But however, in this, she just died, man. There's no other way to say it. She just died. Poor thing. So she did the old joke, you know, and it's like, okay, it did get old. But then, like, what else are you coming with? Do you know what I mean? And it was really awkward. Bless her heart. She's kind of like giggling to herself, sort of saying like, it was a bit like when Alyssa Edwards had to do the roast, like way back when, and she was absolutely shocking. It was a bit like that. Up next, we've got Valentina, who came on with her sunglasses, and obviously as a tribute to her infamous lip sync ordeal where she asked to keep the mask on. She was like, "Mother, can I keep on my sunglasses, please?" And Rue just went, "No." So she took them off. But she didn't do her eye makeup. And the whole crowd was like, what is going on there? Now, she kind of got away with it because I suppose she kind of wangled it into the character saying, oh, I was running late and I didn't have a chance to do my goddamn makeup. So it's like, okay, that can kind of play into the character, but we kind of just know that you just like took your time with your makeup and then literally ran out of time. She looked weird without her lashes on. Even if she just stuck some lashes on, that would have been enough, you know, but put something on. You got to finish it off. But yeah, that was slightly strange. Now, they only showed 2 of Valentina's jokes. I don't know whether she had much more than that. But they were both rubbish anyway. But it's just funny because like later on, she really seems to think that she was absolutely amazing. And I disagree. She weren't that good. Or good at all, really. No. I wasn't impressed. Move on, Valentina. Now, Manila, she took it to church. She came in with her big black mournful umbrella and she just, you know, she went there. From her like peeking out from the umbrella and kind of like, recoiling like that, that already sort of set the tone. Brilliant. That's exactly what you want. And then, you know, her jokes were fantastic. They were all landing. They were all on point. And then she brought out the will. And in the will, she's just like dissing everybody else. Like, it was brilliant. It was really, really well written, well thought out. And yes, she was a very good closer, much to Monique's dismay, because I don't think that she meant for her to do that well. One of my favorite bits was actually just her opening when she just went, "Dearly beloved, and Michelle Visage." Because no one had actually touched Michelle Visage yet. So that was actually pretty good that she included her in the roast. I like that. It was a very slight dig, but it was good. It was well placed. Of course, I love the fact that Lady Bunny came back to life and then roasted everybody, which was fantastic in true Lady Bunny style. But what I loved the most was how she then died again. And she went, "Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get this right. Miss Bunny. She just got back into the coffin. Brilliant." Okay, now it is time for the runway. So first and foremost, RuPaul. Now, as she came down the runway, I was trying to decide whether or not I liked the pink and the orange, the porridge. And I've made my decision. I'm here for it. I thought that she actually looked stunning. Brown cow. Stunning. Okay. Porridge is a color combination that not everyone can pull off. And I think that she did it very, very well. Very tropical looking. I was feeling it. I liked the silhouette of the dress. It really sort of clung nicely to her figure. I was totally here for that. Loved it. Monet X Change slayed the house down with her look. I absolutely adored it. Very religious, very angelic. Loved the red heart in the middle, matching with the red eye makeup. The red eyes even. There was a real lack of eyebrows on the runway, I noticed actually. She, Trinity, who else didn't have eyebrows? I can't remember off the top of my head, but somebody else didn't have any eyebrows on. But anyway, that aside, I just thought that it just looked absolutely fantastic. And it was a great way to sort of like tie in the red design on the front with her makeup. I thought that was beautiful. But just like the intricate beading in her whole outfit, and then she just like dropped the train and then just walked over it again. I'm just like, oh my god, that looked so expensive. You're just walking on it, but you're working it, and I'm loving it. She literally just brought her own runway. The other day, she brought her own red carpet. This time around, she's bringing her own runway. Like, whatever next? I don't even care. I'm here for it. Loved it. She looked fabulous. And the ass looked real good too. At first, I wasn't too sure about Trinity's look. I wasn't too sure about whether the feathers kind of matched well together. You know, like the feathers that she had in her hair, if it went well with like the boa that she had going on. But the more that I look at her, the more that I like it. And I have to say, her face looked absolutely stunning in this look. I absolutely loved the halo that she was wearing. Again, really, really nice, intricate details. She did look absolutely stunning, it has to be said. Monique's look was another look that I wasn't quite too sure about either. I think that there was just maybe too many different parts to it and it wasn't quite connecting for me. I thought it was very innovative to have like the feathers made out of blinds, you know, like I would never have thought of that. I thought that was quite interesting. I wonder what that was like to actually wear, like to have that feeling of the blinds on you. I wonder how that must have felt. One thing I really loved though was her headdress. I thought she looked absolutely stunning, and yes, she was definitely serving Josephine Baker realness. I was totally here for that. That part, absolutely beautiful, but the rest of it, I'm not sure. It looked a little bit mismatched for me, and like the heart, I'm not sure if it sort of sat properly on the dress. I don't know. I'm just a little bit iffy about that ensemble. But yeah, I love her, but I wasn't quite sure about that whole look for me. I will say this though, this is the most beautiful makeup that she has ever done. I'm not usually a fan of Monique's makeup. I feel that her highlighter is way too harsh usually, like way too harsh. It's like white. But here, she does look brown cow stunning. Naomi Smalls, Prince, I'm done. I am done. She looked killer. absolutely killer. I loved it. It was simplistic, heavenly, and legs for days. Like, what more could you want? Like, as soon as she came out, you got the reference. She served it, coming down the runway, going away from the runway, served it with the face. The hair, fabulous. Everything about it, loved it. Valentina's dress was absolutely beautiful. I think maybe some other things on her hands may have been nice to kind of like tie in with the bottom of the dress. That may have set it off a little bit better. The gold knots all over the dress, you couldn't quite see just how sparkly that they were. I don't know if it's just because it didn't really come across that well on camera. I really wish that it did, because like zooming in on it and looking at it properly, it does look incredibly intricate, but I feel that kind of got a little bit lost on camera. That's not her fault, that's just camera and lighting. But no, she did look absolutely beautiful, and at least she did her eye makeup this time. Now on to Manila's look. Now Ross Matthews did say that this look can look a little bit costumey, but because of the intricate details that Manila put into it, it didn't. I kind of disagree. I think it did look a little bit costumey for me personally. I did like the little cherubs on her waist. I really did like that. I thought that her hair and makeup was beautiful. She did look rather angelic, I have to say that. But it did still look a little bit plain and a little bit on the costumey side. Sorry, Manila. Okay, moving swiftly on to eliminations. Like the rest of the world, I am gagged. Okay, so we'll get to that bit in a minute, but can we just please talk about the fact that Valentina is completely and utterly delusional and seems to just not see any problem with anything that she's done ever. Like, she seems to think that her act was absolutely amazing, absolutely incredible, and that the judges were just like eating her up when they weren't. In fact, they were kind of doing the opposite and just saying, like, you know, it wasn't quite there, and they weren't sure whether they were kind of laughing with her or laughing at her. Like, that's not a compliment, honey. But she just seems to think that she is absolutely amazing. I just love all of like the little like eye rolls that everyone be giving her all the time whenever she comes out of it, because it's true. She does it all the time. She lives in this fantasy world where she is just absolutely amazing and untouchable and perfect, and that's not how it is. Okay, so the sooner that she realizes that, the better. Anyway, that being said, the lip sync, who do you guys think should have won that? I know that both of them won, but who, in your opinion, who do you think should have won? Me personally, I mean, it was hard because they were both fantastic. They both were. But I think I preferred the sass of Monet in this lip sync. I also adored her catsuit. I thought she looked stunning. But it just looked like they were both having a lot of fun. You know, so I was totally here for it. I absolutely loved it, and I think that they did the song great justice, definitely. One thing that did make me laugh though was okay, so the first surprise was Manila winning and Monet winning. And then when Rue was like, "You have each won a cash tip of $5,000," and Monet's face like, "You said $5,000? Where my other five?" You know that she was not happy about that. Then there was the twist that nobody's going home. So it's going to be really interesting now to see who had whose name in their titty. That's going to be really interesting. So nobody goes home. And then All Stars rules are, you know, cancelled until further notice. It's like, okay. Then they get into the workroom and it's like, get ready to lip sync for your life. And it's like, oh, what does this mean? Lady Bunny rises up from the dead again for the second time in one day. And then she's like, look behind you. And then Farrah, Gia, Latrice, and who's the other one? Oh gosh, who's the other one? Who else left? I can't think. Who else has gone? Jasmine, that's it. All just there, just casually there, waiting. Latrice looked vexed. I ain't gonna lie. The other three looked like they were just acting. Latrice was like, she was giving it the whole Get those nuts away from my face. My thought is that they're probably going to lip sync against the people who they sent home. I think that might be what happens next week. See, I always cut it off before it says next time on Drag Race. Like, I cut it off completely because you guys know me, I don't do spoilers. So any hint of a spoiler, I'm like, no, cut that. So I have no idea what's happening. They may have already mentioned it. I have no idea what's happening. If you know, please don't tell me, okay? Even though they are constantly leaking episodes on YouTube, I don't watch them until the time that it's supposed to be aired. That's when I watch it. So I don't do spoilers at all. So please don't spoil it for me. Something that I thought was very interesting though was when Lady Bunny appeared in the mirror, Monique left, and then they cut to them saying, look behind you, and then they looked, and then the four queens were there, and Monique was like nowhere to be seen for the first initial turn, and then it cut again, and she's suddenly standing next to Valentina. I'm a bit of a continuity queen, so like, I spot these things. They could have done that better. There you have it, my darlings. That is the end of your all-star roundup for this week. I am tired. I've got to take my ass to bed because it is now midnight. Yes, and I'm still here in full-blown makeup and full wig just so that I can do this for you guys. So hopefully you appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, I want to hear from you. Please do drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the series so far. Who is your favorite? Who do you want to win? What do you think about the twists? Like all of this stuff that is going on. What are your views on it? I want to know. I love having a little chit chat with you guys in the comment section. So please, please, please do, you know, just feel free to just let it all hang out, okay? I am here for the tea. As always, if you enjoy my content, then please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss another video. Take care, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.